Hey, this is Stacy from Let's Cook, y'all. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new, welcome. We're so glad you're here. We hope you'll enjoy all the content on our channel and you'll consider hitting that red subscribe button. We're back with a brand new cooking video, actually a baking video of everything that I love about summer, grilling out, get-togethers, birthdays, Memorial Day, July 4th, Labor Day. One of my favorite things is making this dessert. So probably this chocolate eclair icebox cake and my mom's lemonade cake are my two favorite things to make. This one will probably always win out with me because it does have chocolate. It is an icebox cake, which means it's no bake. It's really easy to make, just basically layering and putting it in the refrigerator. You'll need to allow some extra time for this one because it is a refrigerated icebox cake. I would make it at least 4 hours ahead of time, but you can take it to any kind of get-together, cookout, picnic, or you can make what we usually do, which is a half batch and just have around the house in the refrigerator to have as a treat. So I'm gonna show you how to make a really easy chocolate eclair icebox cake. The ingredients you'll need is either a 9x13 or an 8x8 pan. You can use metal or glass, some cooking spray, some graham crackers, some milk and vanilla instant pudding mix, some butter that you'll soften, some cream cheese you'll soften, or you can just use whipped from a tub, some Cool Whip or whipped topping, some baker's chocolate that you melt, some honey, and some powdered sugar. So let me show you how to make a chocolate eclair icebox cake. Spray whatever pan you're using, metal or glass, and then put your first layer of graham crackers down as best you can get them to fit. I end up usually breaking some, and in fact you'll see here that I even broke one of the squares into a smaller piece. You just want to cover as much of the bottom as you can. They will move around a little bit as we start building the layers, but I do think it cuts better and comes out a little bit better if you spray the glass or metal pan. Next, we want to make the filling or custard or pudding mixture, whatever you want to call it. You'll start off with some softened cream cheese. You can take an 8-ounce block and soften it, or you can use a tub of the whipped cream cheese that's already softened. Remember, I'm cutting everything in half, so I'm only using half the package. Then you want to add the dry pudding mix from 1 or 2 boxes of vanilla instant pudding. And then we'll add the milk to the cream cheese and the pudding mix. You'll use 3 cups for the full 9x13 or 1.5 cups for an 8x8 pan. A lot of desserts that I make I can mix with a spoon, like our brownies, but for this one you will need a mixer. I just use a hand mixer. You want to get it fairly thick to about this consistency. Then we will start folding in the Cool Whip or the non-dairy whipped topping. I do usually take a rubber spatula and just fold it in rather than beating it and tearing it up using the hand mixer. On top of the first layer of graham crackers, we're going to take half of this pudding mixture and spread it out. I usually just take a couple of big plops and then try to use a spoon or a flat frosting type spatula. As I said, because we've sprayed the glass pan, it does kind of wiggle around, but you can work with it and get it. You want to get it all the way to the edges as much as you can. Kind of seal all the way out to the side. Like I said, a back of a spoon works probably the best for me. Then we'll take another layer of graham crackers and lay those out. And the other half of the pudding mixture goes on top. And then a final layer of graham crackers. We start out with some softened butter, 2 tablespoons for the 9x13 pan, 1 tablespoon for the half size. Then add the milk. It's 1/4 cup if you're making the big one, or just 2 tablespoons for the 8x8 that I'm making. Then we'll add some honey, 2 tablespoons for the full size, or just 1 for the 8x8 that I'm making. And then I have taken a couple of squares of unsweetened baker's chocolate and melted in my microwave, and I will add that to the butter, milk, and honey. I combine it at first with a spoon and then go back to my mixer. Yes, I did wash it up. Clean beaters. Once the chocolate is really smooth and all the lumps are out, we will slowly, gradually beat in the powdered sugar. For the 9x13, you'll need 1½ cups. So here I'm using 3/4 for my half size. It's time to add the chocolate mixture on top. I usually just take the spoon, just like I did before with the custard mixer, and just kind of plop it around, and then I will take something else and work it around. The back of a spoon seems to work better for me than my flat spatula. I just smooth it out a little bit more to make it pretty. It's ready at this point. You can cover it with foil. I do have a lid for this container, so you just refrigerate it for a minimum of 4 hours or overnight. Then it's time to cut it, and my husband was in a really good mood this day.
Are you making a tea?
Clever, huh?
I wondered why you weren't going all the way through.
The little size for you, the big size for me.
Face already. Oh golly, really? Is this a checkerboard?
No, that's your piece and that's my piece.
I don't think so.
And we got a tea.
Oh golly.
We're all about taste in our family, so this is something that falls into the category of it's not always the prettiest thing, but the first piece is the most difficult one to get out, and he picked one in the middle. But this is an easy and delicious thing to have the summertime, any time of year. This is what it looks like on the inside, and we love it. This is a chocolate eclair icebox cake. Thanks so much for stopping by. Take care. Have a wonderful and truly blessed day.